Rain drummed against the diner windows like it was trying to wash the night away. Inside, soft yellow bulbs flickered above scratched tables and worn vinyl booths. The air smelled of coffee and fried eggs, and the place carried a quiet sadness, like everyone who came here was only passing through, afraid to stay too long. In the booth closest to the window sat Marcus Hale, 40 years old, shoulders slumped, eyes distant. For nearly 3 months, he had come to the same diner every evening at exactly 7 p.m. He always ordered the same thing: black coffee, scrambled eggs, toast. Not because he enjoyed it, because routine was the only thing keeping him upright. His wedding band no longer circled his finger, his apartment echoed with emptiness, and his heart, what was left of it, felt buried beneath memories he couldn't outrun. His wife, Lydia, had died in a car accident the winter before. Since then, color had drained from Marcus's world. He no longer believed in fate, or kindness, or people. Smiles felt fake. Good intentions felt temporary. So he sat quietly, listening to clinking plates, the low buzz of an old jukebox, and the rain. Rain that sounded too much like the night everything fell apart. That evening seemed no different, until it was. The diner door suddenly flew open, letting in cold air and a rush of rain. A woman stumbled inside, soaked through, clutching a young boy against her chest. The child couldn't have been older than 7. Thin arms, tired eyes, the kind of exhaustion no child should carry. The woman's coat was ripped at the sleeve. Her hair clung to her face. She scanned the room like someone searching for safety in the middle of a storm. Marcus barely glanced up, until he saw the boy. They approached the counter. The diner was quiet enough that her shaky voice carried. "Please," she said softly, "could I get a bowl of soup for my son? I'll pay you tomorrow. We've been walking for hours." The waitress hesitated, then sighed. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't do that. It's policy." The woman's face fell. She hugged her son tighter. "It's okay," she whispered to him. "We'll figure something out." Something cracked inside Marcus. Maybe it was the boy's silence. Maybe it was the way the woman held herself together despite exhaustion. Or maybe it was the echo of the man he used to be, before grief hollowed him out. Without thinking, Marcus stood up. The scrape of his chair turned heads. He walked to the counter, pulled out his wallet, and said simply, "Put whatever they want on my tab." The woman spun around. "No, please, you don't have to." Marcus met her eyes. They were worn, but not broken. "It's okay," he said quietly. "Sit down. He needs to eat." Her lips trembled as she nodded. The waitress pointed them toward a nearby booth. After a moment, the woman asked hesitantly, "Would it be all right if we sit with you? My son, he doesn't like being alone." Marcus hesitated. He had spent months building walls around himself. But the boy looked up at him, wide-eyed, innocent. "Sure," said Marcus. "That's fine." They introduced themselves. "I'm Rachel," she said softly, "and this is Eli." When the food arrived, Marcus watched quietly. Eli held his spoon carefully, savoring every bite. Rachel's shoulders finally relaxed as warmth returned to her son's face. Marcus felt something stir, something he hadn't felt in months. Life. Rachel explained that she had lost her job, then her apartment. Shelters were full. Tonight, she just needed a place to sit and feed her child. She wasn't asking for pity. She was surviving. Hours slipped by. The rain eased. Eli, warm and full, fell asleep in her lap. "He's everything to me," Rachel whispered. "Every day I'm scared I won't be enough." Marcus swallowed hard. He remembered saying nearly the same thing years ago, to Lydia, before everything was taken from him. "You're not failing him," Marcus said gently. "You're still here. That counts." Rachel looked at him, eyes shining. "You sound like someone who's lost a lot." He nodded. "Yeah, I have." When they left, she tried to give him a crumpled bill. Marcus shook his head. "Just take care of him." She squeezed his hand. "You changed our night. Thank you." The next morning, Marcus saw them again, sitting outside a small library. Rachel read aloud while Eli leaned against her side. He crossed the street without thinking. "Do you have somewhere to go?" he asked. She shook her head. After a long pause, Marcus said, "I have a spare room. It's warm. You can stay until you get back on your feet." Tears filled her eyes. Weeks passed. Laughter returned to Marcus's home. Pancakes filled the mornings. Crayon drawings covered the fridge. Healing happened quietly. One night, Eli held up a drawing. 3 figures holding hands beneath a bright sun. "That's us," he said. "We're a family." Marcus realized then that sometimes the people who save us arrive when we least expect them. On a rainy night, in a quiet diner, when all we wanted was to be alone.